Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in the
Shade in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we're jumping into our review of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 6, Old Rap Sheets and Old Beefs. I said, okay, I like that. I like that. But it's messy. It's messy. So if you guys have not already, please make sure that you have hit the like button.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, Shade Squad, I need y'all help. I don't look. You ain't gotta agree with us. You ain't gotta disagree with us. But y'all, I need y'all to start participating. This is a community, okay? And I need y'all to drop down in those comments for us, please, and let us know what you think. But yeah, let's get into it and let's get shady. So we're starting off this episode with a rewind of the past, purposely, I believe. They show the ups and downs of Marlo and Kandi's friendship. But the most important part of this whole stroll down memory lane was them showing unseen footage of Marlo and Kandi discussing what happened with her nephew,
Mm-hmm.
and Kandi consoling her after she did tell her. So this whole narrative about Kandi doesn't care and she's so, and she didn't
I'm
send
glad
flowers and
I'm glad that they did that. I'm now let's not get it twisted. It was meant to be shade on both sides because
right.
there was a part where Kandi was talking about how Marlo is always talked about for, her incident from 23 years ago, and she's actually a really kind-hearted, nice person, and as well as addressing the incident,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that happened with Marlo and her nephew. I like that they did that. I like that they did the rundown. And I don't know, I don't know how Marlo's gonna feel after seeing this because it was addressed, it was on camera, but it was Bravo who didn't show it. That's it was unused
Right.
footage.
And
So I
I
don't know
would,
how.
you know what? Reunion. Right. Because I'm right
Mhm.
now she's living in na, 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 na land. But
Yeah. Oh, it was swept under the rug because it's Kandi, and really it wasn't. It was Bravo who decided not to air it. So
mm, she's terrible. So then Marlo sits down with her friends. Is it Justin and Ty? I got the
mhm.
okay. And she says that they've become a village for her and the boys. Now, one thing I will say about this scene is that Marlo has people around her that are, what's the word that I'm looking for? In order to be in her environment, you have to tell her what she wants to hear. You have to feed this delusional narrative that she makes up and make her believe that what she actually is saying is right or okay because if you pop a pin in it, then she gets upset with you. Hence why she can't really rock with Kandi or Kenya, um,
And
or
that's
anybody
exactly
else that wants
and
to
that's
tell the
exactly what
truth.
her friends did.
Right. And I say that only because we're gonna see it again from some of the cast members. And I realized, and I said, oh, now I get it. Marlo needs a certain type of person in her life. She needs to hear what she wants to hear when she needs to hear it. And that's what it, and then when she doesn't want to hear it and she actually wants to act like she wants to change, then she calls up that life coach lady. Now, I'm just saying. So she says Michael and William have been the center of her world, but now, she's not sure about letting someone in, and but she wants to get back out there in those streets, dating and whatever. Now she brings up how Kenya brought up the incident with Drew and says that, she must have heard the wrong story. And she explains to them her version or narrative, and says that she didn't even realize she was triggered, you know, about her nephew being shot until that moment. And it just, she was just so overwhelmed and overcome by emotion. And again, we have her friends making her think that because she is triggered about something, that means that you could walk around and talk to people any type of way and jump in their face and nobody's supposed to call you out on it because Marlo's triggered. Just my thought. I mean, you know what it gives me? And I was thinking this on the way down here. You know what it gives me? It gives me very Jocelyn Hernandez.
You just compared her to Jocelyn Hernandez?
Absolutely.
Address the fact that Marlo did not threaten to beat anybody up.
Okay.
Okay. I do agree with the fact that she does get upset when you bring up certain things, but it is from 23 years ago. So I can understand why you're getting upset about it. It's my past. It ain't got shit to do with you. And really, you best watch your mouth, because if you bringing up some shit that happened that I got arrested for, wouldn't you be worried about bringing it up? I would just think. But that's neither here nor there. But I would but listen, but that's me. That's not Marlo. Marlo's not even working in that space. So that's why I can't put her in the same category as Jocelyn. Now, Jocelyn, on the other hand, yes, you can't say certain things. You can't cough. Right. Or if you're coughing at her and she gonna fight you. Totally different. Marlo is not threatening to beat anybody up. But I do agree with the fact that she does live in this fantasy land, this delusion a little bit. But with the whole aggressive narrative, listen, she did get a little aggressive with Drew. She did get a little aggressive with Drew. But I'm not gonna say she's threatening to fight nobody, to beat nobody up. We saw other cast members do that, actually. Listen, if we really want to talk about it, because I mean, we ain't there yet, but if we really want to talk about it, she wasn't all up in her face like this.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Okay, if we want to talk about it, she had her hands back behind her hands, like take me now, for real.
But see,
like she assumed the position. Okay,
but I mean, we'll get there. But somebody was provoked. It was different. Marlo wasn't provoked.
You can't say that you provoked me and that made me put my hands on you. That made me threaten you. At the end of the day, you have control of yourself. You can't say, oh yeah, you provoked me. Just like you said, oh, somebody can't say something that you don't like.
Okay.
And now you ready to fight. You can't say, oh, you provoked me, so now I'm ready to beat your ass and I'm ready to choke you. You can't do that.
Okay, you're right.
Basically, if we both talk and we both run in our mouth, then guess what? That's what it needs to stay at. It don't need to get to, oh, I'm crying because I'm ready to choke your ass and I can't.
Oh, so basically, her and her friends still talking or whatever. She's telling them about the event that Courtney's doing. And just hoping that everybody can act accordingly and they can, be peaceful, even though we all know
her friends told her to let it go for now and just have fun at the event, although she's concerned about all these rumors that are circulating ever since she had the fallout with Drew.
Right.
So over at Sonia's house, she's super excited that her mommy that her mommy nation is about to be on Belk.com because they want to carry her merch on their site. But then she kind of shades her family, her sister mainly, says she don't know how she's gonna be able to manage this when everybody quitting on her.
She don't know who she can depend on.
Basically, but then she decides to address it, and her sister says that she was really shocked that Ross is the one that even brought this up because the situation currently, they really benefit from it. And Sonia agrees because they basically have live-in nannies who they don't have to pay, people they trust. And, she realizes that really it's Ross. He don't think about the logistics because he's a man and they don't. And he's always gone. And he can't even get her pregnant now because his ass is always gone. So I'd have been like, sir, you wanted this baby so damn bad. And look, you can't even.
But it's so funny because I feel like she says that, and then I'm sure we're gonna see when she talks to Ross, she's gonna say something totally different because we know that's who Sonia is.
To everybody.
To everybody. If she flips and she flops.
But then, she says that she'll talk to Ross about a realistic timeline. Her sister said, look, we leaving regardless. So F your timeline. So she kind of feels like, okay, well, what the hell am I fighting for if you leave him regardless? There's no point in fighting for you to stay. Listen, Linda. What you need to do is make it up, because even if she's not living in home, if she's still living close, you're still gonna need babysitters. So fix it.
Fix it.
Fix it. Now, apparently, Kenya is doing a Kenya Moore hair spa. That she wants to leave the legacy to Brooklyn, which I think is a super dope idea. Like I said before, this is somebody I would actually, you know, buy their hair care
Trust
product.
with your hair.
Yes, because she has
Okay.
hair. Um, can't say the same for Tisha. Um,
Be awful.
and we know this girl, basically she wants to be an interior designer so bad. So of course she's telling us the whole vision. She put the whole vision together, and it sounds really beautiful and really expensive in true Kenya fashion. But she says this is where she wants to focus her energy on, because she really don't know how to date. She really likes her dude Roy, um, but he always gone. She said she did long distance with her husband. She basically doing long distance with this dude. And when she really likes somebody, she gets awkward. So I guess maybe she, keeping him in the distance. You better get him to help you pay for that girl. So, she's thankful, she says, to have her friend Akila, who is being a true friend. So she invited her on the girls' day because she says the nastiness amongst all the other ladies never stops, and then claims that Marlo even attacked her child by knocking on the door, and she's always playing victim. Well, ain't that the pot called the kettle black? Because don't it sound like you girl, you playing victim right now, and your
Yeah.
ass is always playing victim. And how the hell you attack somebody by knocking on the door?
No, she was banging on the door.
Oh, so that's an attack.
That is.
Is it?
We
That's
live in a world of cultural sensitivity, and now that is
I'm done with this girl.
so
When I say wrong road, I mean wrong road. Okay.
uh, so we see Sheree in her glamour elements. Um,
Gigi.
and it's actually very cute. Her granddaughter is beautiful, and they enjoy spending time with Mecca, I believe her name is.
Yes.
She's very impressed with how Cairo has stepped up and how hands-on he is. And basically admits that she never had that with any of her children. And she actually gets a little bit emotional because she thought, that he wasn't ready when he first came and told her, but now feels like he's doing an amazing job. And I was like, you definitely should have led with this, Sheree. This should have been your storyline. The glam mom fixing She by Sheree.
Um, it wouldn't have lasted too long. I mean, Cairo ain't living there. We ain't gonna see him all the
It's gonna
time. He
last
got
about as long as her Martell storyline.
you know what? I think actually, so to me, the Martell storyline is more of a Sheree storyline for Martell versus a Martell storyline for Sheree. Let's not get it twisted. She's bringing him up a couple times in the show, but I feel like
Okay, so you noticed that too.
yeah. She's
He's
bringing him up.
riding her coattails.
Yeah, I feel like it's more him writing her coattail than her, because listen, Sheree's my girl, right? I love me some Sheree,
She did.
but I have to defend her. Yes, she's bringing him up because he's in her space at the moment, but really she got other stuff going on. Martell, that's
She got Sheen by Sheree.
Sheen by Sheree. You better leave my boy alone.
She just charged you $200 for it where they charge you $2 for it.
Listen, listen. That's what the girlies is doing when you buy lashes off these IG girls. Guess where they getting it from? AliExpress.
Alibaba.
Right? The hell? Okay. She just
Oh,
following suit. Okay, I don't blame her.
Drew and Ralph are at home. Apparently, JoJo's getting basketball lessons. Drew talks to Ralph about the situation with Marlo and how she was upset with her because she wouldn't say the word, pow, pow, pow. And Drew didn't realize this was a trigger for Marlo, but doesn't feel she should be able to act out at her friends because of her trauma. Drew actually has a good point for once. And she said she thought Marlo was a good friend, but now understands where Kenya is coming from and feels as if Marlo needs to check how she speaks or the Chicago, okay, that Chi-town, that South Side is going to come about her, okay?
And that's not aggressive. The one to call it everybody aggressive. She's so aggressive. That's not aggressive.
I wonder when that word is going to be banned on.
I love that Ralph told her, you ain't beating Marlo's ass.
He was like, baby, we've had enough trips to the hospital. Please, please. And it's funny because they talk about how they go in and out the hospital. They just trade off.
Yeah, I said, damn, when your husband ain't even 10 toes down for you, boo.
That's bad.
Just say you ain't never seen me fight before. I bet you no one has. Probably on screen. Okay. Right. Your childhood star. Girl, bye. So Kandi says that Todd has been working on multiple projects over the years, but this last one, okay, he has been working for like over a year on this script. So, she says that the focus has really been on her, and it's time for a Todd win. Period. You made so much money. It's time you can pull away from your projects to help the little people. I appreciate that.
I help the little people. And it doesn't help that Todd is short.
You said,
damn. That was double shade on both sides. You can't get no sun.
So, she tells him that there's a whole Courtney event. She really don't with Courtney, but she wasn't gonna go. But now, Mayetta let her know that she's going. So, she decided she's gonna go. So she hits up Kenya to see what she's gonna wear, and Kenya jumps right into the beef. She tells her all about the stuff that Drew was talking about. Tells her that Marlo cornered her about the incident with the nephew, and it was someone else that worked for her, and of course, Kandi is feeling some type of way. She says that Marlo's been laughing and kiki and all in her face, and she ain't never mentioned it all this time.
Right.
And Kenya just lets her know, regardless, boo, I got your back. I am here for you. We know anything that's Marlo, Kenya's the opposite way.
Right.
All day, every day. So then all the ladies, they meet up for what I said was the escape room, but it was not, because that's what Kenya called it. I'm sorry, not Kenya. That's what Kandi called it.
Somebody called it that, yeah.
What the hell was it called?
It was Beat the Bomb.
Beat the Bomb. I want to do that.
It did look a little fun.
Huh?
It looks fun with people.
I think they have it out here, actually.
You actually enjoy being around.
Huh?
I said it looks like fun with people you actually enjoy.
I guess, especially after seeing this scene, huh?
Yeah.
But yes, it was Beat the Bomb. And Marlo, she came in trying to greet Drew. Why can't I talk? Oh my God. Marlo came in trying to greet Drew.
And Drew said, I don't want it. I don't want it.
No, she did. She gave her dry ass head. Now what up, homie?
Right. And I'm kind of with Drew. You don't get to cuss me out and then just think we cool.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, no, we're going to have a conversation.
It's on-screen bullshit. So Drew basically says the last time she talked to her was the blow-up. So, she's still in her feelings. She feeling some type of way. So then all the ladies come in laughing and joking. And apparently, as soon as Kandi walked in, there was an energy shift. Sonya asked the boo, you good? She said, nope.
Nope. She said, look, she came with that Taurus energy. She said,
I didn't even know she was a Taurus.
Yeah.
But you didn't know Marlo said it made so much
sense.
I said, oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately Kandi addresses Marlo. Okay. And Marlo tells her that, basically let's go to the side. She pulls Drew as well. She says that she was upset that Drew used the word incident. But anytime, they're addressing her, they're very direct, calling her a convict, calling her a hoe, and all types of stuff. And then, brings up her nephew who was shot, and how, she was sitting down with her 2 years ago while Riley was packing for college. And Kandi feels that, she's trying to like attach her nephew's shooting to her, and
trying
she
to
felt
make
like
her
she had
business
nothing to
look
do with
bad.
it. She was like,
Yeah.
she told, don't do that. Don't do that. So Candy's point is that, he didn't work there for months before he was shot. Then all the other ladies on the sideline, they listen, they feel the heat coming up over that corner. And
Moyetta going over there. She's like, "Is
yeah,
Kandi okay? Is Kandi
they
okay?"
see the drama going on, and they like, we can't even focus on what's going on over here with all that heat coming from over there. Basically, it gets super heated. Kandi is all up in Marlo's face. She ready to knock her the hell out. Kenya goes over there and tries to grab Kandi. And she tells her, if Marlo pops off, boo, do not touch me. Do not grab me, because it is on and popping. Then Marlo tries to tease Kandi about crying, because we know every time Kandi get mad, she get emotional.
Anytime she want to pop your ass,
She
she'll
she
start
she
crying.
she get to crying. And she basically tell her the reason why she crying is because she can't choke her ass. So, they finally got the ladies separated. Kandi went outside with half the ladies. Marlo stayed inside and explains, what's going on her side. Kandi pulls up receipts of text messages and how Marlo, addressed her like they were friends. And then a few days later, sent a text about signing her up for a cameo through her or something like that. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
understand that part either.
but basically showing her that she didn't sound too upset, while Marlo is inside and basically explaining that she didn't realize it upset her so much until she was triggered the other day
Until
by the
you
word
you
incest.
got a peach and you needed a
Needed a
storyline.
moment. Needed a
and
moment.
and and a and I hate to say, I was watching Funky, and y'all know Funky Dineva. I'm sure everybody knows who he is, but I was watching him talk about specifically the fight, not even the episode, just the fight, and he was saying that Marlo's issue is because she worked so hard to get a peach all these years and was snubbed, and now that she does have one, people like Kandi and Kenya that have been sitting on this show for however long they've been sitting on here, and you just get to show up and get your check, but we have to always give something, and they just get to show up. So she's going to make them work for their check, and that's exactly what she's doing. And I said, damn, that makes a lot of sense. That's why she's going to cause a scene, cause a ruckus, do something. She's going to aggravate them, make them cry. She's going to make them work for this check. And I said, damn, that's brutal.
I think he has a point.
Yeah.
Sonya, she really doesn't understand why everybody's coming at Marlo, calling her aggressive. And she says Kandi was really the one that was about to fight. She said Marlo had her hands behind her back the entire time, and Kandi was the one jumping in her face. And actually, they ran back the clip and did show that that was the case. And Marlo basically explains that she does it on purpose. She puts her hands behind her back because she's constantly called aggressive. She's constantly being reminded of her slashing the woman's face 23 years ago. And we know this because literally that was the first thing that Kandi said when she got outside, talking about Marlo, which is funny because we remember in the beginning of the episode, she's talking about, oh, I don't understand why people are always bringing this up when she's such a nice, kind-hearted person. First thing you do when you get mad at her is bring up the fact that she slashes girls'
And
face
Kenya does the
23 years
same
ago.
thing.
He said, and what?
And Kenya did the same thing.
Yeah, Kenya too. So basically, really each person who listened to each side of the story, they kind of sticking beside them. Everybody that listen to
Us
Kandi,
versus them.
I'm sorry, everybody listen to Kandi, sticking beside her. Everybody listen to Sonya. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. Everybody that listen to Marlo, sticking behind her. And then Sonya comes outside and I guess tries to get people on Marlo's side. And they told her she was hoodwinked. They said, girl, no.
And you know what I didn't like was Sonya had the nerve to call Drew Kandi and Kenya's lapdog. What do you think you are to Marlo and Sheree? Please. I'm just confused. You'll go to any side that's rocking with you. So I'm just saying.
What I thought was funny is Drew tries to explain why she's calling Marlo aggressive. And it was because, the way that she came at her for using the word incident rather than shot. And once again, she's bringing up this narrative that she doesn't use that word because she's from Chicago.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. When everybody called her out for that, was like, "That's some you made up to sound profound, huh?"
But I loved how Sonya, I mean, it wasn't to her face, but it was back inside. Sonya was basically talking about, oh, okay, so we're worrying about the words we use, but you're throwing around the word aggressive. I said, oh, okay.
That's a good point.
So basically, yes, the ladies have picked their sides. The ladies that were outside, they are not coming back in. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. They are taking their asses home. And the ladies inside, they decided to stay and play beat the bomb. So, and continue their night and have a good time
And lose.
and lose. It don't seem easy. I wouldn't expect to win. It just seemed fun. I just wanted. What's crazy is I wouldn't want to win. I want to get sprayed with the paint.
Yeah, for me, I mean, when you look at who the team was,
I'm just letting you know, if we ever did it and I'm included, I'm not going to purpose. I don't want to win.
I
If
think
you
that
win,
they will spray you with
if
the paint
you,
just for fun, if that's what you want to do. If you just want to get sprayed,
I want to get sprayed with the paint.
okay. But I don't
I want
think
to get
you got
sprayed
to
with the paint.
lose the game just to
I
get.
think you do,
No, I think if you just want to be a
because you didn't beat the bomb, and now the bomb exploded on you.
you're strange. Anyways, all right. Well, thank you guys.
That makes you
For
strange because you love me anyway.
yeah. Look, I wouldn't call myself a lap dog, but I keep riding with her, y'all. Sometimes I don't know that. No, just kidding. No, but if you guys have not already, please make sure that you have hit that like button.
You comment
You subscribe.
and you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all make sure you're sharing us with everyone that you know. Share the love, the funniness, the opinions. And like I said, drop in the comments and let us know what you think. And let's start a conversation. But till next week, guys, we'll catch you later. And happy Juneteenth. Have a good one. Bye-bye.